The unmistakable music of Tears for Fears filled the airwaves in the late 80s. Then came the inevitable breakup. Now they're back.
Hello, everyone. Back in February, Tears for Fears released their first new album in 17 years. After putting aside a lot of personal issues, Kurt Smith and Roland Orzabal have debuted The Tipping Point, a return to form that sounds just as deep and rich as their classic material. Speaking of which, have you actually gone back and watched their old videos? Most of them really hold up, but then there are others.
It may have started on tour, maybe a 1983 Where You Are tour.
Head Over Heels began as an interlude in the band's previous song, Broken. Originally a B-side to Pale Shelter, they expanded a quick riff into its own song.
Broken was originally an old B-side, which we put into overdrive. Again, that comes from doing a lot of live work.
The bookend sections of the original song still made it onto the album, sandwiching the new song in the middle. Roland and Kurt have both stated that they weren't huge fans of the song when they originally wrote it, deeming it too simple.
Especially with Head Over Heels, strangely, and we weren't big fans of the song to start with because, I don't know, it seemed too simplistic to us. Because it really is just a simple love song.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah, Head Over Heels is probably the closest we'll ever get to a love song. No, it's a love song that kind of goes a bit perverse at the end.
So what do you do if you have a song which you find simple to the point of monotony? Why, make a video that's complicated and confusing, of course.
Symmetrical book stacking, just like the Philadelphia Man's Turbulence of 1947.
Oh, sure. We're just letting chimps into libraries now? What's next? A pride of puppet lions that teach us reading comprehension? Who animated Roland's walk cycle? They left out a lot of frames. They must have done it on twos. I know I just made a Ghostbusters joke, but they definitely stole the card catalog bit. Come on, fellas, at least try to cover your tracks. My local library would never allow you to mount hanging keyboards from the ceiling. Why does this feel sped up when everything else in this video feels slowed down? If this is supposed to be some kind of commentary about race relations or religious tensions, I can't figure it out. What does it all mean? Sir, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave the library. We've had noise complaints from several patrons. George Lucas donated some transitions to the editing crew. If anyone should be angry at this chimp, it should definitely be the cleaning crew. Please don't high-five him, Kurt. It only encourages him. I guess this is a joke, based on the idea that when you're in love, you feel like you can fly. Maybe. Because otherwise, it feels like you just had a crane and an extra seat lying around that you really wanted to use.
Are you my mummy?
Wow, a gun!
Wait, zoom and enhance. Bang? Question mark? What's happening here? Why shamrocks? This looks like a motivational poster in a middle school guidance counselor's office. Finally, somebody acknowledges the inherent issue of loudness in the library. I'd like to imagine that they did far more than the 3 takes shown here. For some reason, my mind landed on 87. Now it just feels sarcastic. It legitimately took me about 24 viewings before I realized that Kurt's dressed like this because he's supposed to be the librarian. I kept thinking, geez, what's up with Kurt? The sweater vest is a bit much, isn't it? But see, it's all okay because he gets the girl in the end. So if you have a crush on your librarian, all you have to do is bring your local 80s rock band into the hallowed halls and harass her while she's working. Thanks, Tears for Fears.
It's been an amazing success story over the last 18 months, especially the last 8 months. What do you put it down to?
Music and money.
The song went to number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, easily outpacing sales in the band's home country. As part of an effort to make their music more outgoing, the band reintroduced acoustic guitars into their largely electronic songs.
I think during Songs in the Big Chair was Chris like making us listen to a lot more American records right then, I think.
We were also, you know, sort of losing a little bit of our sort of shoegazing early 80s electronic edge. And we were actually starting to listen to, believe it or not, Bruce Springsteen, born in the USA. And just becoming acutely aware of huge sounding records. There was also Trevor Horn, who was just kicking everyone's backside, you know, with the sonic qualities of stuff at the Fairlight. So we were like, okay, we got to do something.
And I thought, wow, that's a good gag. I like that gag.
Despite the band's initial hesitations, they've claimed that performing the song live is an instant crowd pleaser. Director Nigel Dick has a long history in the video industry. After beginning as an art director, he eventually began directing videos for himself. He's done countless videos for not only Tears for Fears, but Guns N' Roses, Oasis, Toto, Britney Spears, Def Leppard, and Alice Cooper. Oh, and some other bands. Look at this photograph! Oh, come on, not him.
So how does a guy who started out in architecture school and did some mime end up in that situation?
By pure luck, actually.
Yeah?
I think my biggest issue with this video is that it's all over the place. It wants to showcase this love story, but if the band's right and the song is just about this couple, then why do we keep intercutting to this monkey and the supposed skirmish? Are these supposed to be metaphors? Or could it just as easily have been a thrown together mess that no one, not even the director, thought through?
By and large, you're pretty much left to your own devices. So if it's successful, you are entirely to your credit. And if it's a failure, you can blame nobody else but yourself.
Thanks for watching, everyone. I always appreciate it when people like and share my videos. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Do you know a terrible music video you'd love to see me cover? Drop it in the comments. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.
I think I broke the drawer, guys.